All right, folks. Yesterday we primed this thing. Yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. You won't know that. It's a couple days from now. Plan is to paint it. I've run around the town. I got myself some, we got some proper filters. We got some wax and grease. I actually have some proper poly, like that tacky poly, because a lot of this thing I want to redo. I want to pull under the hood's not too bad, but we'll see once we start sanding. I know the paint, like the tape and the door jambs, all that stuff, I want to pull that out, redo all of that. I want to redo all this stuff in here, even around here, because this was just kind of done way overkill because the tape wasn't sticking. Maybe I needed a better quality paint. Didn't like to stick to my urethane. So we're going to redo all that. But for the first round, what the plan is, and are you stuck? No. We had a few bugs, nothing major. There's a few little imperfections that I see again, and I'm going to address those quick. Oh, looks like I dug that with something. So we'll kind of fix that up. There's a knacker right there I'm going to deal with. Although, overall, you know what? It just is what it is. I could pick away at this, and I'll be at this for months. And in the big picture, I'm going to drive it down the road, and I'm just going to... It's going to get... Like the paint's going to get chipped and dinged, and, you know, things are going to happen. Because I am going to just drive the beans out of this thing. Because this is new, and it's going to be my daily for everything and anything. So, with that said, we have that done. The bumpers are all primed. I have to get a little more of that stainless paint, so that's going to happen on there, but we'll deal with that after. I have noticed... Remember that exhaust hanger that broke on the one side? Well, this side broke too, so I have like one hanger back there. I got to fix that hanger. They were old, I reused them, but I think I'm going to put a second one up in the front somewhere. Just because I think there's just a lot of weight just on these one hangers. I said I was going to and I didn't do it, and now I just realize I have to. Anyways, first plan of attack here. I got a bunch of 320. My plan is to just sand. There's nothing major to do because I basically I think everything's good. We're just doing the final prime. This was the final prime. I just plan to sand it, other than a few of these little, I had some problems with my primer when I first started. You can see these bigger bumps. So we're gonna deal with these. Mostly because it's high build and I don't like doing multiple coats. So I ended up having to filter it. So anyways, with that said, the plan is 320, just on an interface pad. For the most of it, I don't care. Like, it's just needs to be sanded and smooth. There should be no more scratches or any of that kind of stuff in there. So what I'm doing, well, I don't know if I'll run it doubled up or not, maybe. The idea with the interface pad is I can just lightly sand, but it doesn't matter if I push too hard somewhere, it won't dig into the paint or primer. At least that's my what I hope. Now, don't be kidding myself that I don't have to do a whole lot of hand sanding yet, but at least I can get the most of it roughed out pretty quick with that. Then I'll come in, hand sand, and then we get to shoot paint. And then we're pretty close to done. Things left to do. I think I have almost everything done under the hood. I have to get a speedometer cable, I know that. I have to tear apart my new dash. My new cluster that I got at the swap meet. He did say the oil gauge, and that worked, but I guess somebody was fumbling around anyways, and must have swapped out the fuel gauge. So fuel gauge and the amp gauge don't work, but I do have a car out back, so I can go grab one out of there. It's that one parts car I grabbed a bunch of stuff off of. So I'll grab that section of it, and we'll kind of rebuild the cluster a little bit. We still have to upholster the seat. I have to do carpet and sound deadening. And I think that's it. We put the bumpers on and this thing's like ready to rock. At least that's the plan. Kind of trying to get everything done before I start driving it, because I will never look at any of it again till it's broken. That's kind of the thing. So things that we're going to come back and revisit. I do want to put a headliner in it and a few things like that. But for now, I just want to get some miles on this thing and work on something else. We've been doing this for quite a while. So anyways, long story short, we got some sanding to do and then some taping. Well, we got a lot of sanding, so we'll start with that and then, well, we'll see where we get from there. But by the end of this video, this thing's going to be one solid color. That's the plan. Well, overall, everything's working out not too bad. I'm burning through in some spots, but we'll just hit it with some rattle can primer before we actually paint. Like it seems fine. I don't really know. It feels nice. It's fine. There's a lot of stuff here. It's hard to see, but like I can see. It's kind of hard. The camera doesn't pick it up, but we got a few little spots I guess I gotta fill. For the most part, the hood needs another sanding over, but even in here, like there's all the hand sanding. I'm kind of hitting all the flat spots with my sander. It's, what did I do with it now? It's somewhere. There we go. It's taking a little bit of a crap kicking, but it's working good. I like it. So I guess what a lot of people use that for is when they sand and clear and stuff like that. So, I figure I can't accidentally knife it or do something dumb. It's kind of like sanding with a sponge. So everything feels good. So I'm liking it. I'm sure I'm gonna go over everything again by hand because it's almost like the primer isn't like it's dry, but it doesn't seem as dusty as it should be. As weird as that sounds. But I mean, it is just the next day, so maybe I should let it sit a little longer. I don't know. Overall, it's sanding pretty good. It's not gumming up the paper or nothing, so, man. I just never sanded it with something so fine, so I guess it's just kind of is what it is. I think that up till now, I was trying 240, and then we were hitting it with, ended up being 180, 120. So, sounds really good with that. Anyways, we got a whole lot of more sanding to do. And then we're gonna unmask the whole thing, blow everything out super, super good, clean the shop. Well, I won't clean the whole shop. I'm gonna clean the specific area that I'm gonna be painting. The rest of it, I don't mind the dust on stuff right now, because if you get overspray on it, it can't stick to stuff. So that's my thought process on that. I get overspray on a dusty surface, you just blow it off and it's fine. So you just don't want a lot of dust around where you're blowing your gun and stuff like that. But with this here, it won't be too bad. Like, I won't be on the ground doing any spraying, so I'll be doing it a little, like, you know, you kind of work top down. But I'll probably be top down, but when I get to the bottom, we're gonna be able to raise the truck up, so I'm never actually directly blowing on the ground, stirring up any dust. Not that there will be. We're gonna clean it as good as we can. I plan to mask all inside of these areas, everything. So before I actually shoot the rest of the truck, I'm gonna touch up everywhere. We're gonna clean everything nice. We're gonna touch up all our black paint everywhere, all that jazz. That way we can mask off and have this buffer going down everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna have supper, and then I guess I'm gonna be back at her. Unless the guys show up, then I'll probably maybe do nothing and have some pops and make fun of them. And help them when they need. But anyways, we'll be back.
Para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
after multiple hours of sanding, the sanding, well, it's not quite done. I have everything sanded, so it's sanded, we scuffed it, but I haven't touched up everything. And there's a few spots that I burned through, so I basically gonna have to just dust some rattle can primer on it, and that's fine. We're gonna do that. I wanna hit it all with a scuff pad one more time. I'm slowly just peeling off all the tape everywhere because I wanna retape everything, make sure no dust is getting trapped in anywhere. That's my thought. So, but all these spots where if you have any little spot of bare metal or something's happened, I have to get in here and scuff it and sand it. So my plan is to go into here and actually right on this edge inside, I want to reshoot paint here and there. This lip is not too bad because I have some stainless that's going to go on. So I'll probably mask off on the upper part of this lip and then blah, 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 like into here, everywhere. We're going to do all of that. I'm going to re-mask under the hood. But tomorrow I'm probably going to go in and actually blow in a little bit of black paint, touch up all my stuff under here because whatever, I'm going to mask it off and it should be good. I shouldn't have a problem with that after. I want to redo under here. I just have to get in. The tape work I was kind of worried about was going to interfere with things. So that's what I'm sort of just peel it off, start over. Not a big deal. It's only a little bit of tape. It's all that kind of stuff I want to get rid of. And then I want to scuff the top part because I do want to shoot some paint. I want some of this to be white, maybe like half an inch up. But this I want to have green, so we're going to pull all that off. We'll deal with all that. Yeah. For the most part, it was most of the day farting around with all that. The guys over here did pretty good. They actually, tonight, them, Ryder, everybody else got in here. The motor is now in. It's bolted in. I think the headers are actually all good and in. Got to deal with all the wiring and all the other stuff, but this is done. I know yesterday we hit it up. We got the fuel pump in and ran all the fuel lines, so we ran those up to here. We kind of did it so it's like way past the headers. We kind of looped under here, gone up, so you got your feed and your return. With the Holly, we got like the wiring is kind of over here, so that's like for the fuel pump, and that must be like the main power or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. This thing's coming along. It's getting there. So tomorrow the plan is touch up some black, remask the whole thing. I'm noticing, well, I'm going to get some bug bomb, do everything else, but I'm noticing like really early in the morning, there's like everything's pretty dead around here. So I think I'm going to try to get all of that stuff done tomorrow. I want to touch up a lot of places on here. Like I say, we got to hit this with primer and then I got to scuff that after. A couple of these spots here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyways, they need a little touch up. You know, a couple of the spots I've seen, so we're going to have to do a little bit of that fine putty and then give it a little dust, a prime, and spend an immense amount of time just blowing it off, make sure there's no dust that when I run a gun somewhere it's going to blow up on things. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to shoot for the day after to actually paint it. I wanted to paint tomorrow, but it's like it's either going to be really late or mid-afternoon maybe, and I don't know. I think we have to run to town and do some stuff. So tomorrow is touch up and a masking day. We're going to do that. We'll clean up here, clean up that area, stuff like that where I'm going to be spraying, and that's kind of the plan. And then shoot for the next day, like early morning, give her a shot, and hey, we'll almost be done. right, what have we all done? Lots. The truck. So I've sanded, we've scuffed it, you've seen primer on it. What we have here is like anywhere that I burn through, I kind of just hit it with some rattle can. So you just hit it with some etching primer, any bare steel, any of that stuff. So that is all done. We've masked it all up. I think we're just about good to go. At this point, it kind of just is what it is. I've sprayed for bugs. It's a little ripe in here still, but hopefully they're not going to be a bother. I don't know what else to say. I think we're just pretty much good to go. I think I'm going to start mixing some. Well, I got to bring this down. We got to blow it off again. I got to tack rag it off, and I'll have to mask, throw something over the car there. But I think we're good to give her a shot of paint. That's going to be where we're at here. I got to drag that can up because I got to go put these lights up onto there yet, because we're going to be painting these. Pretty much ready to go. We're just going to blow it off one more time. We're going to hit it with the wax and grease remover. We're going to tack rag it, and we're going to start shooting some paint. That is the plan here. I think the more I put this off, I don't even know why. I don't know if I can't say I've been putting it off. I don't know if I'm just nervous or what the deal is. I think we're just getting close, and I don't want to screw the paint job up, I guess, at this point. So, whatever. Let's mix them up and see what happens here. All right, I lifted the truck up. What I'm shooting for right now is just to get paint in all the weird places that there's a chance I'm gonna miss. So the coat's not even gonna do anything. It's just the precautionary into the door, like into the jams, under all the weird areas. I'm just trying to blow some random paint, and then we're ready to go. So anyways, here's to nothing. Well, first coat down, only 2 bugs, so that's a win. Well, I got enough for a second coat. I don't know if I have enough to do 3 coats. The one pretty much covered, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think the second one should be the winner, hopefully. I don't know what else to tell you other than I'm hiding out in the booth here because it's not so foggy over on this side. Ideally, I'd have a fan, but I don't have nothing. I guess I could fire up the plasma fan, but it's not, there's nowhere to draw air that won't suck in a bunch of bugs. So we'll just sit and suffer. Not sure how long to sit here. We'll give it another, 10 minutes or so, or I'll go over there and test it and see if it's flashed. And we'll kind of pile on a second coat, and I guess we're going to call it done. Then I guess I'll babysit for an hour or so and pluck bugs. Even though I sprayed the beans out of it, they're just going to keep coming out of the woodwork. So we just got to deal with it. It just is what it is. When you paint in your garage, that's what you're going to have. So I did everything I could do, and at this point, it just kind of is what it is. So, I see a few flaws, everything else, but I'm just going to sit back and just enjoy that this thing's going to be in one color and that we're on the home stretch and almost done this thing. So, all right, I'm going to sit here and ponder, and maybe I will crack a wobbly pop and sit back and wait, and we'll give her a second shot here in a little bit.
Well, don't know if you can hear me, but ta-da! So far, no bugs.
So far, no bugs. So I guess I will lift it up a little bit here. And we will wait till the morning to see what kind of chaos is, hopefully it's all good. I don't know. At this point, there's nothing I can do, and it is what it is. So from here, it looks good. So I'm pretty happy. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night, and we will hit it tomorrow and see what we did. See if we did good or not. Well, whole lot of rain, but I'm want to get into the shop quick and have a peek see at how the truck looks, and basically open some doors and let this place air out a little bit. Ooh. Actually, it's not too bad in here. But some fresh air in here will be nice. Well, now. That is awesome. You know, I could use a cut and polish, but you know what? It's good enough. It is good enough. I'm pretty happy with how this thing turned out. See, that green's gonna pop with the white here. That's gonna be awesome. That is gonna be awesome. Well, now, I am not gonna go too nuts. I think that's where I'm gonna be leaving this thing for right now. Got a bunch of errands and stuff to run today, so I'm gonna let that sit. I'll look at it maybe later, but I think that is where we are gonna leave this one. For the next round, I guess what the plan's gonna be is I want to touch up into all the wheel wells, get a little bit of paint in there, and start assembling it. Like, let's get the top on there. Let's see what that looks like with the top, the tonneau cover. We're gonna have to touch up, get these things all done, and get them on there. Oh yeah. Gotta finish up the bumpers. I gotta get some paint for that. I don't have any more, but it'd be nice to see the bumpers on this thing. And oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. We're almost there. But until then, I think that is where we are gonna call this one. I wanna thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one when we basically get this thing mostly all back together. And there's still a lot of stuff to do, but we're on the home stretch here. Right on. All right. As always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.